I think that we all can agree that Ashanti and Keyshia Cole wasted our times.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
Good day on my mind, wanna step out, come on Caesar. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King Reed's video. Today is Tuesday. Girl, this is a whole like 180 from yesterday when I was dragging y'all fade. Miss Danny Lee, whatever. Girl, tired, period. Sick of her. I'm still pissed off by that mess, that stupid apology. But I ain't gonna drag that as much. We're gonna get into some other things, but I hope y'all are doing good this Tuesday, girl. Today's been a long day for me. I have been up since like 6 o'clock this morning, like humping, getting stuff done, girl. It's been a busy week. Tomorrow is busy for me, got a lot going on. I have to go to the bank tomorrow to get this business account stuff situated. Then I gotta go to an eye appointment after that. Then I gotta go get my wig done. Girl, it's gonna be an all day thing. Wednesday is my day. I just rather, like, it's my off day and relax and I try to get things done. But I hope y'all enjoying y'all Tuesday. All of those things, girl, we gotta connect to a couple of things because Trey Songz got arrested for smacking a cop. As he should, okay? Because from what I'm hearing, the police officer was extremely aggressive. So, you know, when it comes to certain things, I'm not going to certain stuff like that. I'm not going to bag no police officer over no black person or whatever. But we got to talk about that. Also, what else is going on, girl? This whole disrespect with Justin Timberlake and Usher. If y'all don't stop disrespecting Usher and talking about that Justin Timberlake will end Usher in a Verzuz battle, girl, you have got to be kidding. Please do not disrespect Usher like that. Confessions alone would kill a lot of folks' careers. Period. Okay? Confessions was everything. That's a whole album, no skips. Usher has not been able to do anything to touch Confessions since then. And then y'all talking about some Chris Brown, the abuser? Girl, no ma'am. But we got a lot of things to get into. We got a lot of drags to get into it. But let's first of all get into this mental health check-in. Good day, so my man when it's step out. I love SZA, but every time I see her with them lashes, she be looking like the thing from Sesame Street. I can't. Good damn, man. But I love SZA. Her whispering vibrato or whatever she be doing ass. I love her. But other than that, my mental health is doing really good. My mental spirit is all, you know, getting together. Like I'm slowly getting settled into the new place. It's a complete 180 from the second week of this month, which almost took your boy out of here. But just kind of like looking for furniture, looking for things to get together, trying to set up this room so I can be able to have a official place to record. So it's just slow and steady, but girl, furniture shopping and looking for stuff is a lot, girl. I'm just like, okay, it's gonna take how long to get some furniture? Like what, 2 months? It's a lot. We'll talk about that. I also did a really good video Friday. We talked about fat phobia and desirability with Sid. I follow Sid on Twitter. They are everything. I love them so much. We talk about fat phobia and desirability, and that is exclusively on Patreon. I also did a video with T from In the Middle, and that's over on my Patreon as well. We talked for an hour and 10 minutes, and honestly, we talked about Danny and the colorism and the anti-blackness and all that. We talked about that and a lot of things. It was like an hour and 20-minute video. I'm gonna drop that tomorrow morning, like Wednesday afternoonish morning. It's gonna be exclusively on Patreon. That's the type of stuff that we're doing on Patreon. So if you wanna be on Patreon, the lowest tier is $3. I appreciate everybody else. We're working on some things, getting some content out, trying to catch up on some stuff, and I got some other things planned for Patreon going forward. So with that being said, my spirit is good. I'm in a very good mood to create content. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. Let's go ahead and go and get out. Let's talk about the Verzuz battle. Let me go ahead because we waited a month and I don't know how much for a Verzuz that ends up being late. Like almost 2 hours late. Like I was so pissed off. Like, I wasn't even one of them folks, like, right at 7 or 8 o'clock, whatever time it was supposed to go off. I wasn't one of them folks, but I was like, okay, I ain't gonna, you know, when it come in on and they talking, and, you know, that's why I come in. Girl, by the time I got in the spirit to, like, click on it for me being late, they were still not there. And it was just the audacity for me. It was just the audacity for y'all to be late. Now, there's a lot of things that have been said about it being late. People are saying that Keyshia Cole's DJ was an hour behind. It's also being said that it was, like Keyshia Cole said, it was blurry. That's why she didn't want to come on because, you know, the screen was blurry and she didn't know what was going on. Just a whole bunch of excuses, it's not making sense to me. Keyshia Cole, like someone said on Instagram, Keyshia Cole has been in the game too long to not know how to kind of please the audience and the people until everything is done. Like, fake it till you make it until things are ready. I don't understand how Keyshia Cole did not know that. I'm just really confused at how she just didn't know how to get in front of the camera until things got together. Like, I don't know, like Keyshia Cole is a down-earth girl. I don't understand how she couldn't just be like, you know, talking to us and saying, girl, we're gonna get this together, we're working on it, doing the time. Like, I just don't see how that's an issue, and y'all should test this stuff out. But the real culprit, let me scoot up and talk to y'all. The real culprit of the Verzuz is, you know, y'all doing too much. Y'all are doing entirely too much. The Verzuz was fun. It was everything when it was just like folks on the phone doing stuff. And now y'all got all these theatrics. Y'all got all this. Then y'all exposing folks to COVID. Y'all having COVID breakouts and all this other stuff. It's just like y'all are doing too much. Y'all already partnered with the NFL. Y'all doing all these things. And I just really expected this Verzuz to be the last one I was going to watch because I was actually really turned off from their partnership with the NFL. And just to see the disregard for the fans and how, like, what y'all being so late, when it came time to us to listen to the music and reminisce about our, like, hearing this music while a lot of us were in high school, middle school, and pulling out our baby fat jackets and all of these things, I felt like that it was rushed. There was no, like, feeling of it like, yes, it was just very dry. And y'all don't have no type of personality. Like, Keyshia Cole was just all over the place. Then she had OT Genesis, who had just got through being verbally abusive to a black woman on an interview like earlier last month or sometime in the last couple of weeks. And I'm trying to figure out, come to find out, OT Genesis made a joke about Keyshia Cole's mother being on drugs. And her sister went off and said, ain't no way in here. So that man shouldn't even been on there laughing and playing like y'all just don't have the true spirit of entertainment, and y'all wonder why y'all careers are where they are at. Like, y'all just don't, like, I'm seeing this, I'm just saying, no wonder y'all ain't doing good. And Keyshia Cole, you were trying to sing, girl, and it was just not giving, girl. Let the iPod play, let the music play, but you singing all in our ears. Can you tone that down? Can you turn it down? Can you turn it off? I was just like, girl, this is too much for me. I don't want you to share this with me. I was just like, girl, I didn't like it at all. Ashanti did a 1-2, baby, baby, baby. She did a 1-2. She sounded alright. She played a song that was, I think, J-Lo, and I actually screamed. I actually really screamed. But Ashanti, Queen of Scooting, you know what? As hard as Ashanti was scooting in that video, Ashanti should be getting a Charmin tissue, Scott tissue or somebody type of, you know, she needs to get, girl, y'all need to pay her. She needs a tissue sponsorship or something. The way she was running the school, girl, she was like scooting like a dog or something. Like, hey, girl, I'm screaming. But look at entertainment. But overall, the Verzuz was just a bore, and it wasn't because of the music. It was mainly because of y'all didn't have no type of energy. Ashanti was trying. Ashanti just seemed like she was not there. Ashanti just seemed very turned off and just not in the mood. And it was just like, she was just so irritable. And I was just like, this was uncomfortable to watch. But Ashanti did clear the hell out of Keyshia Cole. Cleared her ass. Cleared her. Ashanti got some hits. Ashanti and Ja Rule was running the 2000s. Like, hit. Like, some folks said that Ashanti and Ja Rule should have honestly did an album together because they would have done really well. And I honestly agree. But the Verzuz gave us, you know, it wasn't giving what they said it was going to give. And it's just like, we waited a whole month for y'all to rush this battle. And it was just not it. So, girl, I was very, very disappointed. I was honestly pissed off so bad. I was going to do a black V-neck roast. And she kind of cleaned it up a little bit and apologized and said that, you know, some things could have been better and all that. But I'm just like, it's too late, girl. It's too late. But speaking of Verzuz, as I'm dragging the hell out of them, Verzuz, And this Timberlake, Justin Timberlake, it's been a lot of talk about Justin Timberlake being in the Verzuz. No whites allowed. No white people allowed. No snow possums allowed. None of this is why I can't get on this shit. No white people allowed in the Verzuz. No white people allowed in any of the Verzuz. This is a black only live. Get out. You are out. Like, no, absolutely not. Y'all, like, it's a no for me. Justin Timberlake, like, no. Against the Usher, no. Justin Timberlake owes Janet Jackson an apology, and until then, I'm not interested in what that white man has to say about anything. Like, that's the only Verzuz that he has going on. Justin Timberlake versus the apology to Janet Jackson. That's the only one. Ain't nobody interested in no Justin Timberlake. And please stop disrespecting the discography of the great Usher. Like, Usher could, like, literally end careers with confessions, period. Usher is talented. He can sing. He can dance. And he can do a lot of things, and I like Usher, and you know, I don't understand why y'all disrespecting him and saying a white man, Justin Timberlake, and then Drake that made a call to Timberland about this. I'm just like, no, stay, like, that's that white coming out of Drake trying to get him to buy. It's a no for me. But we tired of talking about Verzuz grades. I'm talking about that my credit score is actually depleting. Let's talk about somebody who actually got their life today. Miss Wendy Williams, while she was shading and talking about her new biopic or whatever you want to call it, it's coming on Lifetime, and the Wendy Williams show, Life's a Mess, or whatever she's calling the name of her movie that's coming out Saturday. I will be reviewing it, and I will be dropping it Sunday because, baby, that's going to be hilarious. So I will be reviewing the Wendy Williams biopic, and I will be dropping it Sunday because I know that's a hot, flaming mess. But she actually shouted out her ex-husband, Kev, and the baby mama. She wished them well, which was very, very shady. I'm glad that Wendy's finding her life, because the last couple of years have not been the best. You know, she was all shook and looking beady-eyed in front of the camera not too long ago. So I'm just like hoping that she's doing better and she stronger and better. Come on, Imani Van Zap. I actually got an interview, a conversation with Imani this Friday. I don't know if it's gonna be in person though. We're gonna probably do that on Instagram. But shout out to Imani. For the folks who watch Chasing Atlanta, I watched the reunion this past weekend, and let me tell y'all, Lauren England is so full of shit. You spent a whole 2 seasons being transphobic to Kendra. You've been all of this, and then you have the nerve to be out here talking about some transitioning is hard. Yes. It is extremely hard, and you made it hard for another trans woman, which was completely out of order. So, I mean, now they've made up, good for them, but I hope that I literally get an apology, because I'm just not, Lauren England, I'm just so tired of these fake ass celebrities in Atlanta. I'm just really tired of y'all broke, busted asses. Y'all get on my damn nerves. This is a rant. Like, some of y'all just pretend shit y'all do to make it seem like y'all got money. It's just really laughable when folks can literally pull y'all teeth up. Like, it's just not making no sense. If I ever get to the point where I'm out here trying to project and make it seem as though I'm rich and all that, please bring my ass down to earth, please, quickly. So moving on swiftly professionally, because talking about that brought my credit score back down, and I already applied for 2 or 3 credit cards in the last couple days. So Credit Karma probably dragging me right now. New alert, okay, key race alert, face ass. So let's talk about y'all fave, Trey Songz, who was popping off on an officer allegedly, okay? So Trey Songz was arrested, girl, and then she flew on her private jet. This is another thing that y'all fake. Well, he's a celebrity, but he's a broke ass celebrity. Trey Songz, first of all, I love that you popped the officer. Love that for you. You popped off and you did whatever. But for you to be flying on a private jet, like, since you was just performing at a little club or a little house party or something in the middle of a pandemic, so you ain't got that type of money to be flying on no private jet. So you should have just saved that. Like, it's not giving private jet money. Like, Trey Songz, you should have saved that for your baby, save that for your family, like, save that for these lawsuits that you have of folks accusing you of sexual assault. Like, do that. Like, you need to be doing those type of things. But Trey Songz, I don't know why y'all be, what is up with everybody in private jets? Y'all ain't got private jet money. Y'all have the jet plane money. That's what y'all get. Just come on down to earth for us. So Trey Songz was arrested at a Kansas City Chiefs football game. Apparently they said that he did not have a mask on, and you know, they told him to put on the mask and he wouldn't put on the mask, and he was going off. That was being alleged. Then it's also being alleged that the people were behind him getting rowdy and talking mess, and the police officer came over to Trey Songz versus going to the people and started popping off on Trey Songz, and Trey Songz said, hold up, and things went left, and da-da-da-da. Luckily, thankfully, that Trey Songz survived this, because we know a lot of times when black folks, get into some type of experience with police officers, it usually leads into death. So I'm glad that that did not happen to Trey Songz. But I really don't blame him for popping off and saying, no, you was wrong, you're out of order, because why you sitting here getting me together, and why you ain't dragging them? Like, girl, what's going on? They said the police officer was, the aggressor. That's the report. They're saying that he was the aggressor, the police officer or whatever was the aggressor to Trey Songz, so I really don't blame him. I'm just glad to just know that Trey Songz is, I'm just glad to not see that end up in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? I just don't really want, I'm just not in that. So moving on, the Biden administration is supposed to be allegedly speeding up the process for Harriet Tubman to appear on the $20 bill, or what is it, $10 bill, the $20 bill, and I'm just like, no. I don't give a damn about, like, at first, it's so many reasons why this doesn't matter. Like, we got black folks who don't even have access to the vaccines. We have black folks who are literally struggling in the middle of this pandemic, facing evictions, all this. I don't give a damn about this small ass representation shit. I don't. I want my black folks I want my people to be out here doing better. And no $20 bill with a black abolitionist on it is going, like, that's disrespect. Like, Harriet Tubman was against all of these things. She was against all of these things. So trying to fake honor her by putting her on American currency right next to a bunch of dead white men that was enslaving folks like her and her people doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Leave that alone, please. I don't know. Y'all, it's just like y'all be trying to, like, give us little crumbs and shit. Like, no, we just want rights. We want healthcare. We want all of these things, and it's just like, can you give us money to survive this pandemic? No, we can give you a $20 bill with a black woman's face on it. It's just like, girl, what? Fix it for me. Fix it for me. It's been a week almost. It'll be a week tomorrow since President Biden has been inaugurated. I'm paying attention. I'm looking at things. I'm glad that there's been conversation about the 100 million pledge of vaccines and arms and shots and arms, because a lot of experts were saying that that was kind of like under promising. Like, we already doing almost 1 million vaccines a day. This whole vaccine distribution has been a complete mess. It's not making sense to me that we've known about these vaccines and we've known about Operation Warp Speed for the longest, and to see how so many experts were saying it doesn't matter if the vaccines are getting together and all these things if we cannot get these shots in people's arms. And then when you look at the data, a lot of information and stuff, a lot of the white populations in certain states, in a lot of states, are getting the vaccines faster than black and brown folks. So it's just like black and brown folks are more affected by COVID-19 because of their jobs and all these other, and so many other factors and things. So it's just like, girl, we got to wrap it up. And yeah, there are some black folks who are not comfortable with the vaccine for several reasons. And I still don't think those make up for folks who don't have it. I think that, it's a small amount of people who don't want it. But I think it's a lot of black folks who do want it, and that needs to be happening. So it's a mess, because I was watching one of my friends, he's HIV positive. He was trying to get the vaccine. He's a doctor. He lives in Atlanta, Dr. David. I saw him in the video. He was trying to get the vaccine, but he went to the place to get it, and they had told him that they couldn't give it to him because I think he was either doing a trial or trying to get the vaccine. I'm not sure which one it was, but they brought up that he was, oh, you're HIV positive. This is not going to work for you. So he had to go through all these things to get back on track, and it was just like, it was a mess. It was just a mess. It's just like federal government failing us, folks like failing us. Just like, girl, we need people who are living with HIV to get these vaccines so we can make sure that, it's safe for everybody. Like, I'm not understanding that. Now, if the vaccine comes, if I'm eligible to get it, I damn sure will be getting it. Yeah, and I'll definitely let y'all know how that goes. Kind of bringing it back a little bit, I want to talk about a little bit sad news. It has been a year since the Kobe Bryant situation. And I have to say that I am 100% behind the family and saying that they did not want the NBA to do any type of you know, memorial stuff or any stuff like that. Stuff is extremely triggering, and honestly I think a lot of it is not done in good faith. I think, you know, it's just pomp and circumstance, let's make money off of it, and I think they recognize it's like, hey, do not use, you know, this, like, it's a lot, and it's a lot to be out here constantly seeing that, constantly seeing, you know, this, like, girl, I don't want to see that. I need to grieve, I need to move on, I need to process, I need to go on with my life. And to constantly be reminded that it's too much. And constantly, because when we do stuff like this, these people have to perform. Like, oh my gosh, like they have to perform for us. That's why on the last Kingery's video, I disagreed with people who said, no, you need to show up to your, like a family member's funeral, like Wendy Williams should have showed up to her mother's funeral. Just like, that's on Wendy Williams. She doesn't want to show up, she don't have to show up. Like, I'm not forcing anybody to go to any memorial service or anything. It's a lot. But yeah, I definitely get that. Shout out to Beyonce with her Icy Park drop. She dropped some new stuff, but apparently about to drop some new stuff. Icy Park, she had Gucci Mane on it. And I think Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane was on there. I'm wondering, I said, why y'all didn't have Saweetie on there? That would have been really cute. That would have been really cute to see Saweetie on there too. So Saweetie, that would have been cute. Miss Icy herself, Icy, come on, period. That would have been good. But that's all I have in this Kingery's video. Girl, we are caught up. I ain't got to give y'all no 2 Kingery's videos on Tuesday and Thursday because I'm all caught up with all the things that are going on. I want to love on y'all for a minute. I love y'all so much for supporting me and looking out for me. And when I tell y'all, I'm in a very, very, very great space and I'm loving every minute of it. And I'm just feeling very, very comfortable and confident. I'm out here creating the content I want. I'm out here enjoying you all, engaging with my content and supporting me. I love that we are almost at 700 patrons. Like, that is amazing. That is overwhelming to me. We are 630 as I'm looking right now. And it's just like, I can see in the next month us being at 700, 800 and possibly 1,000. And I just can't wait to do more content, more things, more live streams, more everything. So I'm loving the community over at Patreon because I feel like it's the people who really support and really are looking for these specific conversations and are looking and seeking knowledge. So I really appreciate that and I cannot thank you all enough. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Tuesday evening. I love y'all so much and until next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.